Good afternoon, guys. My name is Renno Rikzy. I am a student of Tanjung Pro University, Faculty of Economic and Business. Today, I want to answer some questions that given by my Human Resource Management lecturer in order of midterm examination. Okay, the first expert is Rikzy, Jackson, Slocum, and Stone from 2009. Human resource management is the process of analyzing and managing an organization's human resource need to ensure satisfaction of its strategic objective. The second expert is Dessler, 2007. Human resource management is the policies and practices involved in carrying out the people or human resource aspect of a management position, including recruitment, screening, training, and appraising. The third expert is Milkovic and Woodrow. Human resource management is a series of integrated decisions that from the employee relationship. Their quality contributes to the ability of organization and the employee to achieve their objective. And the fourth expert is Edwin B. Flivo. Human resource management as a planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of procurement, development, compensation, integration, maintenance, and separation of human resource to the end that individual, organization, and social objectives are accomplished. And the last expert is David A. DeCenzo and Stephen P. Robbins. They said that human resource management is a concern with the people dimension in management, since every organization is made up of people, acquiring their services, developing their skills, motivating them to the higher level of performance, and ensuring that they continue to maintain their commitment to the organization is essential to achieve organizational objectives. There are 5 videos that I watched in YouTube. The first video with title Human Resource Management Lecture Part 2 Human Resource Strategy and Planning, with the duration of video is 1 hour 7 minutes and 28 seconds. Just like the title, this video explains about human resource strategy and also planning. The speaker in this video, in the beginning, he explained about the meaning of strategy. He also used some famous brand of strategy for the example. And then he explained many things, such as company function, plans, even their operational. And in the end, the lecturer explained all the materials accompanied with example, which is the example is famous brand. And the second video that I watched with title is Human Resource Management Lecture Part 1 Introduction, with the duration of video is 35 minutes and 56 seconds. This video also, just like the title, explain about the introduction of human resource management. First, the speaker explained about the meaning of human resource management. He also used some famous brand as the example, which is related to the resource that they use. Then he explained many things, and like the definition of trend and key field of action in human resource management. In the end, the lecturer gives the conclusion of all material in a landscape of human resource management. And the third video that I watched in YouTube with title is Human Resource Management Lecture Part 3 Talent Acquisition, with the duration of video is 1 hour 49 minutes and 36 seconds. This video explains to us about talent acquisition. In the beginning, the speaker tells us about the traditional approach in recruiting candidates for acquisition, and then he explained about employer brand, strategy, and retaining and promotion of talented candidates. In the end, the lecturer gives conclusion by saying that it is a crucial action that will be taken by a company The fourth video that I watched in YouTube is with title Human Resource Management Lecture Part 4 Candidate Selection 1 of 2. The duration of the video is 1 hour, 15 minutes and 1 second. This video tells us about candidate selection. In the beginning, the lecturer explained about the possibilities of the company have more applicants about how to do selection. Then, the lecturer explained possible risks that how company determine the performance, how is the criteria of candidates, and method of selection. At the end, this video actually the first part of 2, so it is just the end of the video. And the last video that I watched in YouTube is Human Resource Management Lecture Part 5 Compensation and Benefit with duration 2 hours, 8 minutes and 55 seconds. This video tells us about compensation and benefit. In the beginning, the lecturer explained about the component of reward. Then, he explained equity, component, factor, practices, benefit, and the impact of performance to the employee. In the end of the video, the lecturer gives conclusion about the value that employee and company get from all reward of compensation and benefit. First, I will answer the definition of reward. The first expert that defined reward is Kessler, 2005. He said that reward is employee reward represent one of the central pillars supporting the employment relationship. And the second expert is Behren and Baldamus. Employee reward may be perceived as an effort bargain between the parties to the employment relationship, needing to be continuously renewed on both sides. The third expert is Duncan Brown. He said that reward strategy is ultimately a way of thinking that you can apply to any reward issue arising in your organization to see how you can create value from it. The fifth expert is Armstrong and Morris. Reward strategy determines the direction in which reward management, innovation, and development should go to support the business strategy, how they should be integrated, the priority that should be given to initiates, and the pace at which they should be implemented. And the last is Milkovic and Newman. They said that employee compensation, remuneration, or reward may be defined as all forms of financial return and tangible services and benefits employee receive. Okay, that is the 5 definition of reward. Now I will give the 5 definition of motivation. The first is from Sanks Nancy. Motivation can be defined as the act of providing motive that causes someone to act. The second is Ray William. He said that predisposition to behave in a purposeful manner to achieve specific unmet needs and the will to achieve, and the inner force that drives individual to accomplish personal organizational goals. A person becomes motivated in order to achieve their own goals as well as organizational goals. And the third expert is Ryan and Edward. They said that orientation of motivation concerns the underlying attitudes and goals that give rise to action. The fourth is Turner. He said that motivation considered to be synonymous with cognitive engagement, which he defined as voluntary use of high-level self-regulated learning strategies such as paying attention, connection, planning, and monitoring. And the last expert is Gradler, Bosser, and Garrison. They broadly define motivation as the attribute that move us to do or not to do something. There are many correlations between reward and motivation. It could be positive or negative, whether the reward affect the motivation or not. Maybe it will, yes, affect in the some company, but maybe not affect in the some company. So this is the research that say that the reward has effect on the employees in the company. This is association between reward and employees motivation. A case study, banking sector of Pakistan. This study examines the association between reward and employees motivation in banking sector of Pakistan. The study is based on primary data and sample. Size consists of male and female employee of 19 different banks. Primary data collected by structured questionnaire by using sort of different approach. Two different hypotheses were developed for the present study and was tested by applying chi-square test and regression test. Significant value is 0.048 of percent chi-square. It means that there is association between salary and gender. The correlation between reward and employees motivation is 0.546, which show the positive relationship between reward and employees motivation. The results also show that salary is much important factor for employee motivation as compared to other variable factors like promotion, job security, working condition, appreciation, or other benefits. And this is the research that say the reward has no effect of employees' work in company. Relation between reward and employees' performance in cement industry in Pakistan. This study impartially examines the relationship between reward, job satisfaction, perceived training effectiveness, knowledge transfer, and organizational commitment and employees' motivation in the public sector of Bahawalpur, Punjab, Pakistan. Our sample was public sector data was collected by using self-designed questionnaire. The sample size was 170, so 170 questionnaire was distributed and only 149 received. Analysis was done with the help of correlation coefficient and multiple regression analysis. It is concluded that from the research that management is capable and can manipulate different useful procedure and campaign to encourage employees and provoke their stimuli in workplace environment. It is obvious that different tactics, strategies, and policies may have unusual motivational effect on different people in different situations. The plans of motivation must have the authenticity to elevate motivation and drive it to one way and devalue and shrink in another way. From the questionnaire, more than 60% say that the reward doesn't really affect their job. It's caused by they already happy with the working condition, so it's not really matter whether they will get the reward or not. It shows that the good management in the company can make the employee will be happy. So by the happy of the employee, they will not adore more to us. So they will not really thinking about getting the reward. They will think about they already have the right amount that they want and they deserve it, so they don't want more. So it's so that good management can make the employees happy, and when the employees happy, they will not really adore the reward from the management. Job design is work arrangement that aim to reducing job dissatisfaction and employee alienation from repetitive and mechanistic tasks. Through job design, organizations try to raise productivity levels by offering non-monetary reward, such as greater satisfaction from a sense of personal achievement in meeting the increased challenge and responsibility of one work. Job enlargement, job enrichment, job rotation, and job simplification are the various techniques used in job design. In a simple word, I can say that job design as the way to make decisions about work responsibilities, duties, activities, and tasks specifically. How important job design for manager and employee in a company? Job design is very important function of staffing. If the jobs are designed properly, then highly efficient manager will join the organization. They will be motivated to improve the productivity and profitability of the organization. However, if the jobs are designed badly, then it will result in absenteeism, high labor turnover, conflict, and other labor problems. First, I will answer the definition of performance management to 5 experts. The first expert is Armstrong and Barron. They define that performance management is a strategic and integrated approach to increase the effectiveness of companies by improving the performance of the people who work in them and by developing the capabilities of team and individual contributors. The second is Bates and Houghton. They say that performance is a multidimensional construct, the measurement of which varies depending on the variety of factors. It is important to determine whether the measurement objective is to assess performance, outcomes, or behavior. And the third is Lawler 2003. He said that performance management can be interpreted differently through different perspectives of people. It provides important source of information on human capital, and it is huge contribution to the organization. It allows the organization in a way to perceive how well individuals are achieving their objective. And the fourth is Weiss and Hertel. They said that performance management is a process for establishing a shared understanding about what is to be achieved and how it is to be achieved. An approach to managing people which increase the probability of achieving job-related success. And the last is Torrington and Hall. Performance management systems are increasingly seen as the way to manage employees' performance rather than relying on operational alone. Such systems offer advantage of being tied closely into the objective of the organization, and therefore the resulting performance is more likely to meet organizational needs. And now, I will answer the question of what is performance management cycle. Performance management cycle involves much more than just assigning ratings. It is a continuously cycle that involves first is planning. Planning means that work in advance, so the expectation and goal can be set. And the second is monitoring. Monitoring can be progress and performance continually. And the third is developing. Developing means developing the employee's ability to perform through training and work assignment. And the fourth is rating. Rating in this case means that rating periodically to summarize performance. And the last is rewarding. Rewarding in this case is rewarding good performance from employee. So these 5 steps is continuously from the first until the last, and then come back to the first again. Okay, now I will explain about performance cycle. There are 4 major components of performance cycle. The first is set the set the expectation. And the second is ongoing feedback. And the third is mid-year review. And the last is annual performance review. In general, performance cycle is meant to be measure the successful of a goals that we set to our company. There are 11 topics of human resource management that I study from beginning until midterm exam. The first is about theories, model policies, and practices of human resource management, presented by Pugar Laksana Sadewo. He explained about the introduction of human resource management, the theories that appear, and also the definition. The second is about recruitment and selection, presented by me, Renno by Rikzy. This is the process of how to recruit and select the right employee to the right job. And the third is training and development by Erickson Sanjaya, about how to improve employee skill and quality through training and development. And the fourth is individual performance by Luna Anissa. She explained about the performance of employee and their attitude that affect the company. And the fifth is reward and motivation by Miriam Asali. It is explained about the effect of reward on employee motivation to work. The sixth is performance management by Putri Atika Marwa. It is explained about managing the performance of the employees in order to get the goals of the company. And the seventh is job design and role development by Winnie Rolencia. She explained about the job and role specification. And number 8 is employee involvement and participation by Gadis Mesantika Atmaja. She explained about participation of employee in the work or job. Number 9 is employee relation by Husnul Anisarani. She explained the relationship between the employee or the employee to employee or the employee to manager. And number 10 is diversity and equality of opportunities by Pandu Wibowo. He explained about the diverse in work environment, specifically about the differentiation between men or female in the workplace. And number 11 is labor economics by Stephen. He explained about the labor and the policies that set the labor. Okay guys, that's all the answer of the question that given to me by my human resource management lecturer. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you can give me some advice and critiques to me to make me better and better in the future. I know maybe some answer that given to me is not really clear enough, but I hope you can understand what I say and you can get the point of this video. So thank you and goodbye.